welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with Amma and Asantseba here. Today's episode is sponsored by Voss Water, which is a Norwegian company who brought this in. And we've been sipping on this all morning, Asantseba.
Actually, yes. I am actually taken by the packaging, which I think is reusable. You can use the bottle for your own detox concoctions and all that. It's of a high quality. And I urge all the listeners to look out for this on the market to purchase it. It has a great taste, sour taste in it. And if you're looking to have a bulk purchase, you can contact Shalom on 020-7741-919. 020-7741-919. Call Shalom ASAP and get Voss.
Absolutely. I really do like the taste. So come on, guys. We should be promoting water anyway. Water's good. Water's life. Water's life. Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, today's episode, it's about being a boss lady. What it takes to entail. We've got a wonderful story for you. Our guest today is a young CEO, a local partner in the oil and gas industry, and a mother of 2 kids. So, Asantseba, would you do the honor?
Yeah. At this point, I wish there's some drum rolling, some beats going. And then she is Yaa Amoako-Adu. Welcome, Yaa.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How was your drive through?
It was okay. Perfect. Less traffic.
Great. Oh, wow. Yeah.
We like that.
I do.
I think that's one positive of coronavirus. So our listeners may know that Yaa is not a stranger to the show. She's been on the show before.
Yes.
On one of our previous episodes. So you're feeling at home, right, Yaa? You're feeling at home.
I'm fine. I'm perfect.
Right. Okay. So let's get on with this. I am very much inspired by your story. Having first heard it prior to our first episode that released. And I feel like there's a lot of women out there that would love to hear your story, and even men out there to inspire them. You are truly inspirational. And if we're talking about women power and being a boss lady, you are the absolute definition of that.
Absolutely.
So let's get your story out there. Let's inspire some young Ghanaians out here, and let's get this thing moving. So, Yaa, would you like to briefly tell us how you started and how you became interested in the oil and gas industry? Because that's a pretty male-dominated environment, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyone wants to get a pen and a paper and start jotting down these important tips? Because I'm doing right that.
Okay, good. Thank you again. It all started in 2008 in May. I was just an administrator, like a local administrator in a company called GEV, Global Energy Ventures. And then from there, I had to go on maternity leave because I was pregnant and all those.
Yeah.
When I came back, it was really difficult because I put somebody in my position and then the person wasn't ready to go and I had to come back home. That's another story to tell some other day.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So I had a pain of going to sit in the house, although I was being paid. But that is not the kind of person I am. I really want to work for whatever I have.
Yeah.
So I didn't like the whole thing. So I had to send in other CVs to other companies to see if I can get some work to do. So in November 2010, I had a call from Talo. And then they said they had another company doing the inspection for them. That is APAV Ghana Inspections.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they wanted an administrator. So I just jumped in. They said nothing to me, no interview, nothing. I think it was just planned for me.
Great.
So I met my bosses in a bar, like a restaurant.
That's what I like about Ghana. I actually like this about Ghana. I feel like it is just so natural.
Exactly.
Just let it flow.
Interviews are granted anywhere.
Exactly. I wasn't dressed in any kind of formal dress. No, I was just called and I had to just come. So they were like, okay, you've done this before. We want you to do it. You did it for an English company. There's a French company. So you just need to change some other things because French people are a bit difficult. That's what they said. So I was like, okay, it's cool. So I started work officially on the 4th of January. But between November and December, I was doing some errands for them and all that because they were new. They didn't have any office and all that. So 4th of January was a Monday. I started working at PAB office, 2011. And from there, I started with learning what they were actually doing in Ghana. And I realized they were huge because I had to just check on what they do. Yeah. And then they were all over. They were in 58 countries.
Wow.
And then, yes, it's a French company based in Bordeaux, and they have another one in Paris. And they have other subsidiaries all over. They're in Italy, they're in Macedonia, Serbia, Russia. And I've been there throughout all these companies. They've been really supportive. So in 2015, the Ghana government came out with if an international company needs to work in Ghana, then you need definitely to have a local partner. This is very good. It's a local content to help build Ghanaians as well. So looking back, my company looking back, trying to search for a company that can help them have a JV done so they can do the jobs in Ghana. They couldn't see anybody, I don't know how, but they couldn't see anybody fit enough to take that position or to help them do it, rather me. So I was like, how? Because I am just a business administrator. It's not like a technical person. So I said, okay, that's fine. I have other people that I look up to. That is Mr. Africanus Mensah. Yeah. He's also into this JV thing. He's got like 5 JV companies that he's handling. And I just had to go for an advice. And he was like, yeah, you can do it. I know you. Just get yourself together and then get this sorted. So I signed all the contracts, and then I started from there in 2015 May. Till date, it's been working, learning. It's a whole lot because it's a curve that anybody can go through. So you don't have to just sit and then wait for somebody to tell you. You need to know if you really need what you want to. If you really know what you want in the world, you can just sit down, analyze the whole issue, plan, and then get it done. That is how I did it.
Yeah. Wow. I'm very impressed, actually. It seems to me that you're a go-getter, and I feel like, this again explains why we've invited you again onto this show. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people can take a lot from what you're saying, and it's truly inspirational. So now we're going to move on to how your male counterparts view you. So, you come to a meeting or you travel abroad, and I'm assuming they're expecting, a man to walk in and they see a woman.
Yeah.
So run us through how that works. What's the reaction? What's the vibe? What are you getting from these people, these men?
Yeah, I would just sit locally. I wouldn't want to go to abroad. If I'm supposed to meet somebody at the Petroleum Commission, that's the regulator and the oil and gas, they're like, who is this tiny little girl coming to tell us what we don't want to listen or hear? And I try to convince them. They are proud of me. They've impacted a lot of things. They are not expecting. I was initially the only female local partner. And then just because of what I have done, they have also advised other women to join the train as well. So in Ghana, it's a bit okay because, in Ghana, we have forceful women.
Yes,
people working like Yaa Amoako-Adu, fighting for the home, fighting at work. And so it's a bit not really...
It's nothing new.
Exactly. So, but outside Ghana, it really is because, they do have, but internationally, it's just like 5%.
Oh, okay.
Of women
in
dominating, exactly. But in Ghana, it's becoming
the
norm because we have Giselle Botche. Okay. She's the engineer for FMC now, and she's doing good. Yeah. We have other women who are looking up to her in her own company, and then in mine as well. This is just to mention a few, but if we are supposed to go, we are not going to finish today.
I want to know the feel when you won the Young Entrepreneur in the Oil and Gas Award.
Yeah.
How was it? Were you expecting it? I mean, how was the drill like? And to be the woman to win that award, like, I mean, to me, that was great. But I was like,
Yeah.
usually you get the men winning this, and then
The whole award was for men.
Yeah.
I was the only female.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
that's
So you broke the barrier.
That is my
Exactly,
drill. I was
exactly.
like, she got it. She did it. And at that point, I could feel the excitement, the joy, the grace, because that's a work done. Like you've done your homework. That's like putting all your hard work, juggling with family.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get to all that, but I just want to know how was that? How was it feel like?
Yeah, I didn't even know there was something like that going to happen because I was in Macedonia in December the 10th,
Yeah.
and I had a call that they're going to have this thing done on the 13th of December. And it was really, really short for me because I didn't expect anything like that. I didn't plan nothing. So I had to tell my colleagues, my bosses that, look, this is what is going to happen in Ghana. I don't want to be here and then they mention and somebody goes for it. I just want to feel it as well. So it was really, really tough for us because it was snowing. The flights were not moving from Macedonia, that's the capital of Skopje, outside to Turkey for me to even fly back. So they had to drive me from Skopje, that's the capital of Macedonia,
goodness.
Wow.
to Kosovo. And that's like 5 hours drive. And then I had to go and take a flight around 9 a.m. to Turkey and then from Turkey to Accra. So I got here in Ghana on the 12th evening.
Wow. So it sounds to me you deserve the award just for the traveling.
Exactly. So I came back on the 12th evening and then I went straight to my seamstress because I had nothing. I couldn't even buy anything. It's winter, so you know the kind of things that people really wear at that time. And it was very difficult for me to get something. So I just went straight. With the evening flight from Turkey, it gets here around 7 p.m. I went to him and then, her, and then she got something done for me that same evening till the next morning. And then I was there present at the awards night. I wasn't expecting the award because it was a list of people, but I needed to be there to see the kind of people who are also in the same category because it was the Youngest Achievers Award in the oil and gas. Right. So I needed to know the kind of young people, if we can just come together to get something done.
Look at the mindsets right there.
Exactly. That was what I was expecting, not really the award. The award is going to be a plus if I did get it, but I was there just to see the other people as well. And then, lo and behold, they called out and then it was like me. Well, I was happy. I was touched. I was everything good because I wasn't expecting it. I was doing things thinking people were not watching, but people were really watching. So this is more or less like an advice. As she said, take a paper and a pen. When you're doing anything, don't expect
something in return.
Exactly.
Do you?
Just do what you think is right. And then favors, awards, everything will come.
Okay.
It will just fall down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is a lot. So I hope the young listeners out there are actually jotting this down. Mm-hmm. Don't expect anything in return. You know, and I think it's also very important to do something you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I can just see from speaking with you, I wish people could see the passion that runs through you for this industry. And I think that's very, very important. I mean, you tell me, you're the expert here, you know. Is passion really important in this industry?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Passion is when you are dreaming to have it already. Yeah. And then a passion comes in when you don't have a choice but to make it
happen.
Yeah. So for me, I never had any technical knowledge in this kind of industry I'm working in. I still don't have, but I even know more than people who are now learning to be engineers in the oil and gas because I realized that this is what I can do best.
Yes.
So let me just do it. Initially, I was pushed into nursing school for a year and I stopped because it wasn't my passion, you know. But we have people who are working in the nursing kind of, which I don't think is their passion, but just because they want to favor. somebody and they're doing it, which is fine. But for me, I think both sides work. It depends on you. Passion or no passion, you need to get something done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. We also want to touch on your family life because I know you're really busy. You're super busy, and from our last conversation, we learned that you have 2 kids.
Yeah.
And you've got a partner,
Mm-hmm.
and you're working full time as a CEO of your own company. And you're doing lots of other businesses. So how do you do it, Superwoman?
That's a good question. I don't know how. I don't really know how. But I don't know. Whatever you want to do in life, if it's really from God,
Yeah.
it is really planned and destined already. So fortunately for me, I have both my parents alive. I have my sister around, and they're doing most of the kids kind of. But I do my motherly duties as taking care of them, going to their school, picking them up, feeding them, traveling with them, and all that. So I'm kind of blessed on that side as well. But
Right.
I don't know how I do it.
Yeah, I mean they do say it takes a village to raise children,
Yeah.
don't they? And I feel that especially in Ghana, the community that comes round when you're raising a child is amazing. Is the best thing. We also want you to run through with us your typical day. So when does it start? How does it start? And how does it end?
Good. I love to sleep. That's the most. I do like 3 S's: shopping, sleeping, and another thing. But it's the sleeping is really good to me because I love to sleep. That's the only time I get to get myself rejuvenated and then start the whole thing all over again. So I wake up on a normal day at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. I am up already. Up, I mean working, up and working. So I'm up in bed around 5.
Okay.
Try to do some other things. Try to read my emails, get some prayers done, request everything, and then 6 a.m. I'm on my feet already. So from 6 till like 11, I'm working
Non-stop.
non-stop. Yes, this is it, non-stop.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
And I'm
That's
not the
quite
kind
intense.
of sitting kind of
Not
person.
not doing anything.
No,
Yeah.
I love to run around trying to check if everything is okay, it's sorted, because I don't like problems. Problems would get more time for somebody to solve it, which is another thing altogether. Why have a problem when you have time to make it work?
Yeah.
So that is how I like it. I want to use all my time to make sure that problems don't come. So it's always solutions, it's not problems.
Yeah.
Get it right the first time and
Yes.
save a lot of time. Yeah,
Good.
that is great. So what I want to understand is what do you get to tell your kids? How many hours do you spend with them? I mean, you're here today, you're gone. What is the communication like? And I know personally that you can be away for a long time. So what is the communication? I mean, I understand your parents are there to get in, but having your parents and your sisters, not like doing the job yourself. So let me understand this.
Thanks to internet, we can talk. We can talk, we can see ourselves and all that. But I know it's not the same.
Yeah.
And kids, they would want to see you, they want to feel you, they would want that kind of. And mothers and kids are like, I don't know, but it's a great bond. And I do most of my communication with them on the internet because that's the most efficient and effective way I can talk to them. It's really crucial when things like that happens because kids can be like, oh, my mom is always traveling. And I hear them talk about it, but I always want to make up to them because when I'm not traveling, I'm with them 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say this COVID is a blessing, but to me it's kind of because I'm using this time to just
Spend more time.
Good. I've been with them since March. I came, the funny aspect. I took my mom to the UK on the 14th. I came back on the 17th, and then they locked down the country on the 20th.
Wow.
So
That's
it was
close.
like very close. So I've been with the kids since the 20th of March till date. Although I do some short trips to Accra, like 2 or 3 days, but it's been really effective with my kids and myself with this quarantine season. I'm not hoping it continues for a long time, but it's worth the time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to me, that is quite important because most of the time you have kids feeling that the parents do not care, and then they feel like they are missing out on a lot. I mean, there was an instance where people go to school, they can't talk about their parents because they don't see them. They don't know what it's about.
Yeah.
What is your mom doing? What does your mom do? They don't even know because they don't have that communication. But it's great to know you make up for these lost times when you have the time. And one more thing, I think, Amma, we want to ask about relationship.
Yes, we do.
I want to know what goes on with your partner. I want to know how you juggle these two. Some men feel intimidated,
Yes.
having a boss lady around them. It's like a silent competition. How do you get on with it?
Yeah, that's a good one. Currently, I'm not in any relationship.
Listeners,
I am not in any relationship.
If anyone's interested, just, drop us a message. We'll forward your contact details on.
I'm not proud to say this, but it happened in 2016 December when I was having my New Year's resolutions done just to drop. I realized that I was just beating up around the bush with this kind of this today, that. So I was like, 2017 is going to be clean for me, and then to see what life has for me. So this is what I did. Since 2017, it's not been any like a good relationship and all that. But it's given me some free time as well to just focus on what I want to do because I have my kids already.
Definitely.
Relationship and marriage can come later.
Yeah.
But kids,
that's your priority.
Exactly. So I think initially, because I was between 2015 and 17, because I was busy juggling between business, now a new CEO and all that.
Yeah.
It was very, very intimidating for my guy because he realized I didn't have time for him. I was getting everything I needed from somewhere, and I really didn't care about whatever was going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault though. If anybody was in my shoe as at that time, it would have been the same.
You choose work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, now women of today are really into this rather than relationship and sitting at home waiting for somebody to feed them and all that. So it's not new. And I didn't do anything called sin. Is life. I needed to pass through that stage.
Yes.
So I've done that. I can now say that I'm comfortable with whatever I have with my kids. Then I can find somebody who is suitable and would want to go into this thing with me, and then we're done.
Yes, I like that. Yes.
I'd rather that than sacrifice your ambitions for a relationship.
Exactly.
That who knows, you may never know how it goes, whether it's going to end today or tomorrow.
And also you've got 2 kids and their future comes first. So we
secure them.
Wow.
I think it's been a very fruitful discussion so far. I think we can go more and more if time permits. There's still some more questions that we can squeeze out of her, some answers.
Because we know you're a busy lady. So, whilst you're here, we're going to try and get these questions rolled out.
Yeah. So, what would you say to the youth? What would be your advice? What would you... I mean, people have dreams. Like you said, passion comes when you're dreaming it and all that. And then passion comes in also after you're done dreaming. And then you want to set the ball rolling. I know there are quite a number of people who have ambition, who are ambitious, and then they have things lined up in their minds to do. Most of them will blame it on capital.
Yes.
How did you get on with that? Starting this off financially.
I don't think now, as in this kind of era we're in, we need advice. No.
Okay.
We have a lot of people to look up to. We have a lot of music to listen to just take some advice of it. You don't need to set a group of people or youth together and try to advise them. Your problems might not be the same problems they're going through.
Yeah.
Whatever you used in getting to where you are is not the same as what they're using to go anywhere. So it's a matter of them sitting down, analyzing the whole issue, and then see where their potentials or competencies are. And then you just fit in. Capital shouldn't be a problem now.
Yeah.
Money should be something after you're in the business. What you need to look up to is money, but not in the initial stage. I am not saying you don't need money to start a business, but it shouldn't be the priority.
Okay.
You can just go around, you see a woman selling plantain or whatever by the street. You can just say, look, mom, I want to do this other job. Maybe that goes with the plantain just beside the person. You can just go for whatever she's selling. Go and say, I used to sell ice water.
That I'm very much aware of.
I used to sell ice water. When it's rainy season, I don't have money. Who is buying ice water in the rainy season? This is Ghana. Nobody.
Yeah.
Chilled Coke, nothing.
Do you know what? And what's so good, and what I'm getting from this is what you're saying is you don't use the excuse of I had no capital
To start a business.
Because I do feel like that's something that comes up quite a lot with people.
Yeah.
You know, you ask them, what's your dreams and aspirations? I want to do this, but money.
There's no money.
I want to do it, and I completely understand that. It is something I hear a lot. So I'm with you on that. You know, you can't say where there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way.
I was being paid, this is the current 10 Ghana cedi as a monthly for selling the ice water.
Wow.
How is this going to take me to the uni? Just because I stopped the nursing school, my father said he's not going to take care of me again because he used his money to do that, to get me the admission, to buy the whatever. But I said that is not my passion, so I just didn't want to do it. I was crying every time I go to the hospital. If I see people sick, I'm a strong woman, but we know we cry as well.
Yes.
I was crying every day on my clinicals, and I was like, what is this? I can't be crying all my life because if I'm done with this nursing school, I'm going to be a nurse. And this is the same place I will be. So this means I'm going to cry all my life till I'm 60. I can't.
This is more like the other way around. You should be consoling them. I'm sure the patient now would have to console.
Exactly. I see people dying every time and there's nobody, it was the whole lot of, so I had to stop. Sell water, go to the uni and get my degree and everything before. And the selling of the water didn't start like I needed money, like 100,000 to sell. No. I went to a shop, told the person, you're selling water, you are stagnant. I can go to places, give me.
Yes.
The person gives me, I go around to the Beach Road taxi station, the Kojokon taxi station, and all these places to sell water. I bring back the money. She gives me 2 cedi. Just like that for the end of the month, it's 10 cedis.
Wow.
And that is how I did it. So if you're waiting to get money, the mana days are over.
Yes.
Mana days are over. There's nothing called mana anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to get up, get off your asses, go and start something, and then it will lead to another.
Yeah.
It wasn't my wish to sell the water, but I had no choice.
Yeah.
I needed something. Look, my father is telling you every time, use that stumbling block to be the stepping stone.
Yes.
Whatever is hindering your
progress,
start doing something with it.
Okay.
If there's a stone there and you can't cross, take that stone, try to break it. You might find gold in it, and then you can
move on.
See, it's a whole lot of process. So there's no advice for anybody nowadays. It's about you. People advise people, they don't take it. People advise people and they're like, oh, this is too much. Nobody wants to be in this. For me, it is just for you to know what you really want to do, and you start from somewhere. If you don't make a step, you can't finish.
Definitely.
That's true. That's very, very, very true.
A journey of 1,000 steps begins with a step. So just get up. Start something. It doesn't really matter
what it is.
I can buy a Chanel $6,000. That's at that time I was taking 10 Ghana cedis.
And now you take a taxi to like a few meters, and that's 10 Ghana
exactly.
cedis.
So
can you imagine it?
Wow. Would you rather say the youth of today are lazy? I mean, in your line of work, I'm sure you've been in contact with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Do you see it like that?
I wouldn't sort of say lazy. I'll say one of the things is, do you think the youth of today are more also wrapped up in cotton wool? Like they're not thrown out. They're not thrown out of their comfort zone.
Exactly.
Because most of them are sort of, babied and
trying to depend
mothered
on,
for quite a long time. So it's like a shock to the system when they go out to their line of work and they're like, whoa.
So then they can't be productive. They go in there and then, for want of a better way, they seem to fail at what they are put on. Or let's say they go to school, learn a lot of things, and then when you put them on the job, they're unable to, perform. Do you see that way? Have you experienced any?
Yeah, because I'm in a technical industry, I see a lot of them. My company, as in my personal company, we have an MOU with Takoradi Polytechnic, their mechanical engineering department. So I take them from there and then I do train them. But I wouldn't say they're lazy or they're being mothered or fed or whatever. Ghanaians, we have some kind of attitude. I would say Ghanaians because I've dealt with a lot of Ghanaians more than any other.
Yeah.
Ghanaians, we have this kind of attitude where because he's being paid, he feels, well, if I don't work,
you still pay me.
That kind of.
Right, okay. So
whether you sell or not, you have to pay me.
So they feel entitled.
Exactly,
Yes.
sort of. So it makes it a bit difficult for you to even push them up the ladder, as in trainings and other things, because I feel if I train him and he becomes the best inspector, he is going to use that against me, which if an expatriate comes into the country can do it without even telling him what to do.
Okay.
The fact that the expatriate is in country, he knows what his responsibilities and duties are.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get that done. When I mean expatriates, not just white, but people outside Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but because they are in the country and they are being given contracts and everything, they feel they are more important than the company when it comes to the labor laws and other things. They try to be very slugging. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So to me, for what I have adopted is, if you're working for me and you're not good, you just have to go home. I don't have time to pamper people because at the end of the day, you take your salary and then that's it. I'm a kind of military kind of training in my organization.
Yeah.
It's work and nothing else. If you're not working, like this kind of season we're in, we are not working and we all understand. I'm not going to come and stand on your neck to work when there's no job. So I understand. But when there is, I'm expecting results.
Would you also think that you are like this, like you said, a military kind of boss, due to how you started? I mean, what you had to go through to build what you have. So
No.
You don't want anybody to come in.
No.
Okay.
Whatever happened to me initially was just God positioning me.
Okay.
Initially, I thought the lady took over my job and I wasn't having anything. I was crying every day
Yes.
and everything. But God was opening another door for me through a path.
Yeah.
But it was between June and November. It was really long if you were in my shoes.
Yeah.
It was like forever.
Especially with a new baby as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was crying every time. And it was like, when till November. So from June till November, not having anybody telling you anything, giving you hope and everything, you're lost. But that is not the reason. It's just the reason of the attitude of Ghanaian workers.
Okay. So
If you are not really like strict on them, they are always slagging. They don't want to work. They want to be told what to do first.
they don't
They don't
a colleague will
initiate.
say they don't think. They don't use their
Exactly.
they
They don't use the initiative.
Yeah, exactly. They seem to wait for.
They are not proactive. They know that this morning we are supposed to bake cake. Okay, baking a cake doesn't come in a minute. You need to go get the flour, everything to be on the table. Then you can just start doing the measurement. Now they want you to go and tell them, okay, you're going to make a cake today. Go and bring the flour. They'll go pick the flour. They
Come and put
come
it
back,
down.
and then they have to go again and pick. This is time consuming. You can take more than one at a go when you're coming. So why go one after the other? So you see, that's the kind of
attitude that
they
you'd
put.
have to
Yes.
deal
But
with.
some of them are really, really effective and they know what they're doing because they don't want to be in one stage for a long time. They always want to move. I have people who have moved within a year to be API 570 inspectors. These inspectors are rare. We can count them in the world.
Wow.
And in a year, somebody is like that because he feels he needs to. And somebody came in 2011, the same time I was there, and he's still just a cleaner, cleaning pipes. That is his comfort zone. That is where he wants to be. He can't do anything.
Wow.
I guess everyone's different.
Yeah.
aren't they? I mean, some people
Yes.
are more ambitious than others.
Yes.
And I guess it's what works for
Yeah,
you.
so that is why I'm always saying you don't need to advise anybody.
Yeah.
Just know what you want to do.
And then do it.
Yeah, we have a library in the office. You see people sitting there reading and others chatting. Nobody is supposed to tell you the library is for reading.
So go
And nobody is restricting people
Yeah.
from entering.
Yeah.
So you see the kind of people we have. I don't need to come and tell you to go and read. You need to, because if you are in an industry where we are going up, there are new technologies, there are new
To educate
procedures
yourself every
and
day.
everything. Yes, so you need to educate yourself. So if you're not, I can't come and advise you that you need to go and read.
Yeah.
You see, so.
During our conversation, I mean, you mentioned God a lot. You seem to be quite religious. How's your religious life like?
Yeah, I am.
With everything happening, do you get the time to?
Yes. With time with God is every second of your life. You don't need to be in church
Mm-hmm.
to be with God. You can be
Yeah.
sorry in the toilet and then be praying.
Yeah.
You can be in the kitchen and then be talking with God. For me, I don't have a restrictive time and manner or place to speak with God. I was brought up in a Christian home,
Okay.
and it's been like that since. And I know God and nobody else. So that is me. It's God every time.
Okay. Well, I am like soaked and then filled with the discussion.
I'm just in awe because we've got such a young lady here who's done so much.
Yeah.
There's so much to her story.
Yeah.
And we're just pretty grateful that you've come to join us today.
You're welcome.
We can't thank you enough. So we're going to wrap up now because I know that you're a busy lady. We don't want to take up any more of your time.
Yeah.
And before we go, listeners, we want to say thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And also, again, that this episode was sponsored by Voss Norwegian Water. And go out there, get your water, start sipping. I mean, it's hot.
It is.
It's hot. We need to keep hydrated, people.
Yeah.
We need to keep hydrated. So go out there, get your water, and start sipping.
And then if you're looking at having a bulk purchase in the Western region, you can contact Shalom on 020-7741-919. 020-7741-919. And she is going to fill you up with this Voss water. I'm quite taken by the packaging. I keep saying the packaging because I like bottles. I like to reuse my bottles.
She does.
I'm like a collector of bottles. So yeah.
You
Check
like
this
it.
out.
You're taken.
Yeah.
Okay, people. Well, thank you for tuning in again. Until next time, take care and stay safe.
Yeah, in this Corona season.